everyone, welcome to class 7E. This is our standing posture, adding a load. So you don't need an elevated surface, but it would be helpful to start with an elevated surface and then some type of weight, either a kettlebell or dumbbell. You can also use a yoga block. We're gonna progress to that. We're doing a suitcase deadlift. A suitcase deadlift is one-sided deadlift, okay? Equal weight through both legs, but the weight is coming from one side. This is why it's helpful to start from an elevated surface until you kind of understand the movement pattern and we avoid hurting the low back or compensating. Okay, so let's stand on 2 feet, have the weight in your left hand. Ideally, your feet would not be on separate surfaces like this, but it's fine for filming purpose. Okay, we're gonna start from an elevated surface, hold the weight in your left hand, bend at your knees, send your hips back. So we're bending more than we would in our RDL hinge pattern. It's still kind of like a squat deadlift combination, okay? So a little bit more bend in the knees, hold your weight, and then push down through both feet. The weight is gonna wanna pull you to the left. Can you use those right obliques to stack shoulders over hips and stay in line the whole time? Exhale, contract, come to stand. Okay, inhale to hinge back, lower the weight. Breathe into the rib cage, down to the pelvic floor. Exhale, push. Stand, using your core to side bend over to the right and correct any left side bending that is coming from the weight. Let's try a couple on the right side. Holding the weight in the right hand. Bend your knees, lower the weight down, breathe in. Exhale, push through both feet. Come to stand. Okay, you can use much heavier weight on this move if you want. I wouldn't say much heavier weight, it's still a challenge and I want you to be able to hold that brace while you're doing it. But if it's too easy, you can find a lower surface. Stacking a couple thick weight plates would work. Or you could put it on a yoga block. So let's do a few reps like this. The weight is in the left hand. Breathe in, 360 degrees. Exhale, push to stand, drive your hips forward. Core is engaged, pelvic floor is zipping up. Inhale to lower. And exhale. Stand. Okay, we'll try a couple on the right side. Just kind of progressing as we go by lowering the distance. Inhale to relax. Exhale, prepare, engage, and stand. Inhale to lower. Exhale to stand. Okay, final progression is taking any elevated surface away so the kettlebell is directly on the floor. This will require a lot more bending in your knees and hips. It's going to require more stability at your core. So progress over time, see what you're ready to do. And we're thinking about pressure management the whole time. This is a good move to practice without doing necessarily the inhale to release and then the exhale to contract. You can totally continue to do that, but this is a nice movement to kind of practice breathing under a brace the whole time. Okay, so we're gonna do that for this last progression. Still use all your cues that we've been going over, but this time I'm talking and breathing and engaging and bracing the whole time. Okay. Of course, if you still want to exhale through the hardest portion, totally fine. A couple on the other side. Weight in the right hand, bend down, lower it to the ground, and then come to stand. Inhale if you want, or just continue these repetitions as you're breathing at a normal pace. Last one. Good. Okay, nice job. I will see you in our last class for the standing posture.